Hello all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to another video from Let's DevOps. In today's video, we are going to deep dive into SonarQube and more so specifically talk about quality gates in SonarQube. What is quality gates? How can you configure it? How do you make your pipeline comply to a quality gate? And if it doesn't comply to the quality gate, then how do we make the pipeline break? And much more. So without wasting much time, let's get started. As I said, quality gate is a very important feature of any security tool that we are talking about. Few security tools have these quality gates coming out of the box, whereas a few other security tools do not have this quality gating coming out of the box. For those security tools, we might have to build a custom quality gate because it makes sense to proceed the pipeline to the next stage only if it complies with the quality gate. But what's this quality gate? So if you see, this is our SonarQube instance. Before we get started, if you don't have an instance, if you want to play around with SonarQube, I've already made a video of how to get a SonarQube installed in your machine and start playing around, do your first code scan analysis, and much more. Please do check out our YouTube channel for more information on SonarQube. Right. So once you log into SonarQube, you will find something called as quality gates at the top. So if you click on it, uh, it takes you to this quality gating page. SonarQube out of the box comes with quality gates, and quality gates are nothing but every time a scan is done, a SAST scan is done across an application, there are a few matrices that we can configure with some value. So if the SonarQube scan report complies with all of these matrices and all of the values that we have configured, then we can, because SonarQube says that quality gate passed, SonarQube scan also passed, which means that things are looking good. It's a clean code, and then we can move ahead with the next stage of our CI/CD pipeline. If these matrices are not met, then we have an option in SonarQube to force break the pipeline and not let the pipeline proceed forward, uh, and break it at this SonarQube scan stage itself, saying that scan is succeeded, but then the quality gate has not succeeded because the scan report has values which are not compliant to the conditions defined in the quality gate. What are the conditions defined in the quality gate? Uh, SonarQube out of the box comes with SonarWay quality gate. SonarWay, when you say, is high up there. The matrices and the values that are defined for the out of the box default SonarWay quality gate that SonarQube has is very high. You can see that code coverage is one of the metrics, duplicated lines, maintainability rating, reliability rating, security hotspot security rating. So uh, it would be pretty hard to kind of explain each of it. Code coverage, you know that if you are using Jococo or any other code coverage tool, then it creates a report, and then that report, if we publish it to SonarQube, you get the code coverage percentage. Duplication lines, if you're kind of repeating a same code or a template multiple places, then it gets captured in duplicate. Maintainability, reliability, and security hotspots are all another different matrices of SonarQube. If you need more information of what each of these matrices exactly means and how the value is calculated, SonarQube itself has a pretty good documentation. Yep, it's this documentation. It's called the metrics definition, code metrics definition. And here you have clear explanation of each of the matrices that we saw on the quality gate page, and their complete information, the definition of how they are calculated, how they derive at the ratings A, B, C, and much more. So I would suggest to go and read this page for to understand completely on what these matrices are. But on a high level, this is what it is. And these values and matrices cannot be changed. This is the SonarWay quality gate that is coming out of the box. Right. Now we want to enforce our SonarQube scan to comply with this quality gate, which means that if it doesn't comply, it has to automatically fail the pipeline and not proceed forward. Now, if you had checked our previous video, we had run a scan. Basically, we had created a project, and then in the project we had created sonar project.properties file wherein we configured all of the basic configurations that is required to trigger a scan. And then we came to the local machine and then pulled the repository and then executed a sonar scan. So the command we did was, since all of the configurations that is required, like the token, the project key, project name is all configured in the project.properties, all we had to do is just run the sonar scanner binary and it will trigger the scan. But to enforce the quality gate, we need to add an additional argument with -d quality gate dot wait is equal to true, which will look something like this. This path is where my sonar scanner exists because I did not add it to the environment path. So I navigate to the path where the binary is, and then followed by an additional argument which will enforce the quality gate, which is sonar.qualitygate.wait is equal to true. If I give enter, it is going to execute a scan, create a report, and along with that, it is also going to check if the scan that happened just now was also compliant with the quality gate, because you see an additional block, check quality gate status. This code did not have any major bugs or vulnerabilities, and hence it kind of passed the quality gate. So you can see that quality gate is passed, and so the execution is success, and then it moves on. In case if it was having critical issues, bugs, vulnerabilities, then the quality gate would have failed, and then the analysis would have been broken. Thereby, the CI/CD pipeline would also be broke, and then it will not proceed forward. So this is one additional thing that we need to do to enforce quality gate. More so, I would take it one more step ahead. If you are in an organization which does not have quality gate enforced yet, then enforcing quality gate the sonar way, the way that comes out of the box, might be very tricky, because none of your project teams are used to this quality gate. And if you enforce it right away, if the matrices that they need to comply to is on a very high standard, code coverage 80, duplicate lines less than greater than should be less than 3%, and most of the ratings needs to be at A level, which is like pure super secure code, would be really difficult, because they are doing it the legacy way, and to instantaneously shift within weeks would be difficult. And that is why SonarQube allows us to create our own custom quality gates. So when we want to roll it out, what I did in my organization, which was not using quality gates, was to create a quality gate with a very less percentage of these matrices, because I first wanted the teams to get used to this quality gating. So get them accustomed to this quality gating with very low value of these matrices. And once they are used to it and then improve their code a bit, then I used to then create another custom quality gate with an even more higher value, get them to a phase 2. And then finally, when most of the teams are ready and they are doing it at a good level of code quality, then we rolled out the Sonar way, which is the high efficient way that SonarQube suggests. Now, how do you go ahead and create a custom quality gate? To do that, we go ahead and if you are the admin, you will get this option called create on quality gates. So I go ahead and click create. I give something like, let's say I'm a DevOps team. I have a my DevOps quality gate. Save, and it creates this custom quality gate with the same matrices and value of the Sonar way, but then I can unlock editing and change the value as to what I want. Just give it to the least possible values, update, C. I'm just doing it random, just to get you to understand how it could be done, and so on. So you see here, I've created a custom quality gate, and I've reduced all of the values so that people can start using it, and it's not a paradigm shift for them that until yesterday they were doing it of poor code quality, and the next day if teams are asked to do it at high standard, it's nearly impossible. Right, now the quality gate is created. How do I enforce it? How do I make sure that the teams who are running their scan are scanning it across this custom quality gate and not the default quality gate? You see, in a command that we just executed, we did not specify anywhere which quality gate that it needs to comply with. So which means if I don't specify anything, it always points to the default quality gate Sonar way. Then there should be some control which will say that, hey, I need to scan it across a specific quality gate. That is not done on the command line. Instead, it is done on the project level. So if I go to my project, and if I go to my project settings, you see quality gate, if I click that, it says always use the instance default quality gate, which is SonarWay. No, now I want to use the custom quality gate, which means I choose this and I choose my DevOps quality gate and then I hit on save. Now, if I go back and then rerun, all right, now if I come back to my projects and one way to check now that this project is started using my custom quality gate is now you can see that the quality gate used by this project does not comply with clean as a code. Clean as a code is nothing but the default Sonar way quality gate that they talk about. And since this project is now using a different quality gate, you start getting this error message saying that it is not in the high code quality standards, but that's totally fine. Then you just have to come back to your local and then scan like as you do. Now it is not going to always look for the Sonar way. It is going to try and comply with your custom quality gate. Now, I was mentioning something about quality profile. That is an extension. So quality gate is the compliance of your report with this matrices that you define. Quality profile is the different rules, code quality standard rules that SonarQube has for each of the programming language that it holds. It holds up to, I'm not sure, some 40, 45 different programming languages. And each of these languages has an inbuilt set of rules that is coming out of SonarQube. Now, my project could be a mix of, let's say, some JavaScript, some shell script, and much more. Predominantly, it could be JavaScript, and then it has few other uh, programming languages as well. Now, if I, as a product owner, will know for sure what are the different programming languages my repository contains. If I know that there is considerable amount of other programming language files also sitting in my repository, then I can go ahead and add this quality profile. So if I come here, sorry, if I go to my project, get inside the project, same project settings, and besides quality gate, there is called as quality profile. I click on it. Uh, SonarQube is smart enough to understand based on the scan results what programming language files are existing in this repository. But it's not AI, it's not human intelligent. So it cannot like parse through each of the files and then identify, hey, I find a JSON, I find something else. So let me add those quality profiles as well to the project. Maybe not. So in that case, then you as a product owner needs to ensure that you add all of the other different languages that are present in your repository into this code profiles so that you just don't give room to miss out on anything. Maybe your main JavaScript is looking good, but then the one JSON file that you have written and that's sitting inside your repository has a lot of security issues. Then the whole point of doing the SonarQube scan becomes moot. So I would suggest just look into your code, ensure all of the different programming languages that is present, and if you identify them, make sure that you inform the admin to add those languages under the quality profile for each of your projects. So let's say we'll add JSON and then we choose a profile. There are no active rules, but we can set that and you should be able to add it into this quality profile. Right. Uh, that's pretty much it I had for this session. So there's still a lot more to talk about SonarQube, but then that's for another set of videos that will come out. Uh, as always, please do like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel. If there's any content that you want specifically with respect to SonarQube or any other security tool or the CI/CD DevOps in general, please do write them as a comment so that I understand what my audience are looking for and I can make videos on that content. Until next time, see you all. Have a nice rest of the day. Take care. Bye bye.